Mm-hmm.
Preparing to live stream. Let me see. There's- Okay, let me see. It looks like we're live, I think. Let me just refresh my page. I think we are live.
All
It's
right.
always this. L- Just double checking before. Okay, it's not giving me. I think my turn this off. Yes, we are live. Okay, I just need a confirmation. There's always a minute of a delay. Hello, hello, everybody. I'm so happy to be here today and with Julie Marx. We met, gosh, I don't even remember, a while ago through an expat group and discovered that we both have a love for China. So, Julie, tell us a little bit about your background and why China.
All right. So I'm the founder of a company or a project called China Expat Spouse, and there you can already hear and see my love for China. I'm a coach and a trainer, and I do all things intercultural. China has been my life for the last 20 years, and I am absolutely in love with the country, with the people, with the culture, with the history, with the food, with all of it. And I started a whole other company around making other people love China as much as I did, which was in 2019, and it was called Journey St. John's, and it was all about traveling in China. And then, 2019, that was the smartest moment in time to found a travel company with China as the as the place to go, because then of course COVID hit and everything else changed. But this desire has never quite left. And that's why when you were talking about travel, and I was like, well, let's do China. Let's do it
Let's do
together.
China.
And yes, I mean, you obviously have strong family history there as well. So I think this is a match made in heaven. So
And I love that. And that's exactly how it kind of morphed. Not only are we from a similar, very close region in Germany, which is kind of ironic because it's a smaller region, but for those of you who don't know, my father was raised in China and I just have always had a strong love for China. So and I haven't met that many people that have that love as Julie. So, and I don't speak Mandarin, unlike Julie. So that is a country that you really want to speak the language when you go.
yes, yeah,
Um,
it's not, I mean, translation apps make a lot of things a lot easier, but
yeah.
I would not. I just recently read an article about somebody who got lost somewhere in Mexico on a mountain because ChatGPT, they'd done their travel planning with ChatGPT, and ChatGPT fused two different mountains and invented a
Uh-oh.
whole other mountain, and then they traveled there. So yeah, don't do that.
You
Cover
know, I
that
love that you
instead.
just said that because a lot of people knowing, and this is on a side note, but as most of my audience knows, I'm a travel advisor and I do travel. And yes, there are some good things with ChatGPT, but please check it because it's not foolproof.
No.
And I love that you said that because it's true, right? It's not foolproof. So, very good. So that being said, so this is how we kind of came together. And now we're planning this trip to China in September 2026.
Correct.
And
And
it's
you
a,
said before, why China, right? I think there's never a bad time to go to China, but I feel like right now is we need more bridges between cultures. We need more understanding between cultures. And China has been this underdog and this little, like,
Hmm.
this forgotten child for many, many years. And I think it's very mysterious and it's very misunderstood and it's very underestimated by a lot of people. And now's the time to change that. And I want to do my part. I think we are doing our part in
Absolutely.
getting China better understood by more people and getting more people to fall in love with the country.
And you hit the nail on the head when you said underestimated. There's a guy actually I follow on TikTok. He's been to 100 countries and he said, hands down, and he's in China right now, hands down, China is the most underestimated, the most advanced country that he's blown away. People don't know what they don't know, right? But that's
Mm.
why I am so grateful that we connected, no coincidences, because we're going to have like such a wonderful experience. I can't wait. So the 10-day trip that we're planning in September, most of my trips, those of you know me, are kind of off the beaten track, and this is not your check it off the bucket list thing. But what kind
Uh,
of a 10-day trip?
Sort of,
Just a
sort of.
teaser, a little bit, but a different. So,
Yeah.
and I don't want to give too much away because I want to preface this. We are going to do a series, so we're not going to talk about everything today. This is an introduction to our trip, but we are going to have this on a regular basis talking about the different aspects, what we're going to be doing. But what kind of an experience is this going to be? Yes, it's sightseeing, but it's so much more. So, and then maybe give us one sneak peek of a highlight. So to really
Ah,
tease people, just
it's
one.
one. I have to
I know.
choose one. I don't
Yes, you have to choose
know.
one because we have
So
some time to go.
yes, absolutely. So the thing is, it will be, in a way, you will be able to check some things off your list because what we've tried to do is put certain bucket list items that are on many people's bucket list on there. But with everything we do, we're going to do it in a different way. So, we, when people hear China, what do they hear? Or what associations come up? Great Wall, right? That's one of them.
Yep.
Yes, we will be seeing the Great Wall, but we will be seeing the Great Wall in a way that you've never even thought about the Great Wall. We will see how this fortification system was many different things in many different places, and we will be going to the westernmost part of the Great Wall, where it ends in the desert. And where it looks more like something out of 1001 Arabian Nights or whatever, something, because it's all like desert colors and you have desert all around, and then you have this like sandstone building that is quite different from what a lot of people associate with the Great Wall. But yes, we will go see the Great Wall, so that's one of the highlights. I don't, there are so many others, but let's not
I
spoil
know,
it.
because we are going to have this as a regular, like I said, and we will be sharing the full itinerary at some point, but we really want to give you the highlights of the trip as we go. Now, I do want to touch on because I do think this is fascinating for a lot of people that aren't familiar with this. And we talked about this before, Chinese food, right? Chinese food is so regional and so different. And I love that you and I both said that every country we go to, we try a Chinese restaurant, and it's different in every country, and it's not bad, but it's not really Chinese. So touch a bit on the regional part of, well, not the regional part, but the differences between the regions, and how the food is just so spectacular.
So China has eight big cuisines, right? But those are just the main cuisines of the Han Chinese, which is they're the majority Chinese. And then you also have 50 plus ethnic minorities, recognized ethnic minorities. And each of the ethnic minorities has their own food. And within the eight big regions, you have very, sometimes quite big differences as well. And we will be going, well, we won't be going to a lot of the places that people usually go because most tourists that I know, especially on a first trip, will go to the eastern part of China by the sea, right? So they will do Beijing, which is not by the sea, but
Yeah,
it's on the east coast, roughly.
right.
They'll go to Shanghai. They may go inland a little bit to Xi'an to see the terracotta warriors. And they might go to Macau or Hong Kong, somewhere down there. So there's a lot of flying, there's a lot of, and it's all Eastern China. And it's all metropolises that are very, especially when it comes to Shanghai, for instance, very westernized and very modern and all of that. And we intentionally want to do something different And the same goes for the food. So we will be going to three provinces, right? We'll be going to Sichuan province, to Yunnan province, and to Gansu province. And Yunnan has the distinction of being the province with the largest number of ethnic minorities in all of China. So there's basically every house you go into, you probably have a different people living there with their own culinary traditions. So that means that I don't want to say no two meals will be from the same minority. I can't promise you that, but we will
Right.
have a large variety. And when it comes to food, it's also the Han Chinese eat a lot of pork and they eat some chicken as well. But then you also have Muslim minorities, and they obviously don't eat pork. They will be eating a lot of beef. They'll be eating a lot of lamb. China has some of the best barbecue in the world, but this is very, like for anyone from the South, this is not your kind of
No.
barbecue. Different, equally delicious, but very different. But even within the barbecue, I mean, I spent over a decade in the Northeast, and the Northeast is famed for its barbecue, but it's a very different kind of barbecue than what we will be having in the West, right? So every ethnic minority has their own, and then it also depends on where they live. So there's regional, and then within the region, the ethnicities have their own, and then within the ethnicities, sometimes you have differences even. So very, very, very diverse.
Very diverse. And I know because a lot of people go on culinary trips, right? So this isn't going to be a culinary trip. It's just by default going to be a culinary trip because there's so many different
Well,
regions that we're going to go
when
to.
you go somewhere with two foodies such as us, I think
Hmm.
it always turns into a culinary trip.
I'm like so looking forward to this. Like September 26th can't come fast enough. But like I said, so we just wanted to come on, introduce ourselves, talk a little bit about what we have in store for you, and also want to hear from you, right? We want to hear from you. What would you like? Because we can tailor this to your wants and needs and all the things. So let us know. Drop it in the comments and or reach out to us, but let us know what it is that you want. And now what it's not going to be is a shopping trip. I mean, there may be some shopping, but it's not going to be a shopping trip.
Yeah. Well, if we wanted to do that, we would definitely go to different places, if we
Yes.
wanted it just to be shopping. But for all of it, there's always wiggle room, right? Even with I mean, we have decided on the places we want to go, and we
Mhm.
have a lot of really fun things planned. But that
Yep.
being said, we want more of this. Okay, fine, we'll pivot. We'll do something more of that, except for shopping, because I am the worst bargainer in the world. And so I'm if we're gonna go on a shopping trip, I have to take my husband because he's the one who does all the bargaining. His
I'm a
Chinese is
good
really
bargainer.
bad.
I'm
Okay,
a
well
really
then
good
okay,
bargainer.
so if anyone wants to go shopping, you will do the bargaining and I'll just
Yes.
translate.
If anybody wants to shop, we can put that in there, but I will do the bargaining because I am very good at that. That's one thing my
Awesome.
daddy did teach me.
Yeah,
But so
this
let
is the one thing of Chinese culture that I'm like, no, sorry, no,
not
can
no.
do. I
Well,
keep feeling sorry for people, and I'm like, and no, it's fine. If you think that's a fair price, okay, I'll take it.
we're all good. We all have our strengths, and so let us know what you want to see. We're going to be on again next week, probably same time, same place. And so stay tuned. And again, you can, for those of you that know me, you can DM me, you can comment because yeah, we'd love to make this trip customized and tailored to what you really want to do. And I can't wait. So Julie, before we wrap it up, was there anything else that you wanted to tell them that's not giving too much away?
You're asking hard questions. How can I talk about this and not talk about it? I am I'm very much a off the beaten path kind of person, right?
Yeah.
But what's amazing about China and what's fun about China is that there is something for everyone.
Mm.
There is, and we want to do a little mix, right? So we will have some modern, we will have some ancient, we will have some in between. We will have something tea related because that's another thing that comes up. We will have
Yep.
something wildlife related. I won't go deeper into that.
Yes.
We will, there will, so we, there will be something for everyone. And the other thing that I have an agenda with this, I know you do too, of let's make people fall in love with this amazing country and then let's keep it going because there
Yes.
are so many options and there are so many other places that I want to show people. And so right now, this trip next year will just be a little bit of an overview, a little bit of everything, so that people can understand and can start scratching the surface. And then I am secretly hoping that we can do this once a year and just focus on something else every year, be it a different region, be it a different theme, be it a different mode of travel. So yes. Oh, speaking of modes of travel, so with the actual travel part of it, that also I think is a little bit different because a lot of people try to cram as much as they can into a short amount of time, and they have all those highlights that they need to tick off. And so there's all of it or most of it is going to be plane travel because China is such a big place. And that is
Right.
something else that we wanted to do differently because to me, the modes of transportation are part of it because an airport is an airport is an airport. There isn't that much variety there. I mean, yes, the signs will be in Chinese and English instead
Right.
of just English, but not that different. But overnight trains, fast trains, like bullet trains that go really, and we're
Yes.
talking
Yeah.
very fast.
Yep.
Um, Bus travel, just experiencing what it means to move from A to B and also to see the countryside, to experience the way that Chinese people travel, because there aren't, people do take planes, but not everyone does. And
Right.
the you meet, you can't help but meet the real people. You can't
Exactly.
help but make connections. You can't help but be immersed and get a feel for what it means to be in that beautiful country.
It's truly a cultural immersion type trip, and trains, planes, automobiles, and all the things in between, food and culture. And like I said, like Julie said, we have something wildlife in store that I'm so excited about, and I think some of you will be too. So I can't wait, and absolutely, it's already in my head in my agenda. This will be a yearly thing, because like I said, I can't wait. And what is was mir am Herzen liegt, is what I really want people to learn from this, that there's so many preconceived notions about China that I hope we can convey, especially usually as the guide and as the person that understands, that speaks the language, that people will really understand. And even with this series that we're doing now, or whatever you want to call it, leading to the trip, that you will really understand it's China is not what I mean, may not be what you think it is. I shouldn't assume, but I will assume.
Well, and also it is many different things to many different people. And there are so many different aspects to it that I think any trip can only scratch the surface. Any trip can
Yeah.
only start, but we want to lay that foundation, right? Of
Mhm.
people maybe second guessing, maybe also just getting a feel for the country, getting a feel for the people. And there are some things that you definitely, that's why we're keeping the group small. Also, we want to
Yep.
be able to really, when we're talking immersion, we're talking immersion, we're talking
Version.
family
Mhm.
dinners, we're talking
Yeah.
spending a whole day in a very special place that no one you've ever met probably has ever spent a day. So it won't be the let's go, let's take the picture, let's leave again. It will
Mhm.
be this is it's a transformation. And every
Mhm.
this is the it's a fact. I mean, it's I don't have data. Well, I do have data, but I don't have a huge sample. But every single person who came to see us in the last decade, but also since I started spending time in China, I started in 2004, so this has been a while. Every single person came and was a little bit apprehensive, at least like
Mhm.
whether it's safety, whether it's hygiene, whether it's the language, whether it's the political system, whether it's the food, where people were like, I don't know if I'm going to like it. Da, da, da. And every single person towards the end of their stay with us and towards the end of the trip that they had with us were like, I never thought it could be this way.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
every single person was blown away and
Mm.
was pleasantly surprised. And this is family members. This is my best friend, who's Sri Lankan and who should be getting commission for how she she does the whole, like, whoever she meets, she's like, China, you have to go to China, like, China is where that, you have to go to China. Because she loved it so much. Her and her husband, and before they came, they were like, "Ooh, we don't know about the food. We don't know about the, like, it's, I don't, yes, you keep telling us these nice stories, but really we're just kind of going to see you."
You.
And that's the only reason. Like, they had very low expectations, and yeah, she should be on the tourism board now.
That's awesome. I love that. And I hope that we can convey some of that to the people that decide to join us on this trip. And so thank you, Julie. We will be back in a week's time, approximately, probably same time, same channel. And stay tuned because these 10 days are going to be magical and we have so much wonderful stuff in store for you. And again, if there's something you want to do or that you've heard of, that maybe throw it in the comments, send me a message, send Julie a message, and we'll make it happen.
And if we
Thank you,
can't make
everybody,
it happen, yes, if we can't make it happen for this one, then we'll make it happen for the next one
for
for
the next time.
sure.
Exactly. Yeah, if it's a completely different, absolutely. But we'll figure out at some way, we'll make it happen at some point. Thank you. Thank you. Have a great day,
You're welcome.
everybody.